Good day, folks. This is video number 41 for the 3D Experience CATIA generative shape design application. I will be talking about the projection functionality or icon in the GSD. And uh, when you select the wireframe tab, in here there is a pull-up menu which has projection in it. And the idea behind projection is to take a curve in the space and project it into a support. The support could be a plane or a surface, and we're going to do that. There are several options that this can be carried out, and we're going to go through them. Uh, the only thing that's not quite well quite documented is this business of smoothing. There is soft talking about what it does, etc., but it's not really explaining what's going on and how it's done, and therefore it's very vague. Uh, I have included some of the help pages here. You can see that for your reference, and the part about smoothing is essentially down here, which is, just some uh, soft talk. Uh, I'm essentially following or repeating the work of this YouTuber, which is very good, but it's done for CATIA V5, so I'm implementing it for or redoing it for the 3D Experience CATIA interface. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and do that. Uh, there we are. Okay, so on this vertical plane, I'm going to sketch a spline because I want to make a surface out of it. So perhaps something like this. All right, and exit. We're going to extrude this. Dimensions don't matter here because we're trying to explain how things work. I'll do the other one too. Yeah, make it mirror extend. I'll leave it like this. That's okay. So we have a surface here, and I'm going to draw a curve. And the curve that I'm going to draw, for example, uh, just because it's available, I'm going to make it on this horizontal XY plane. So maybe another spline, like that, and exit. So what we have here is a curve in space. You can see that in space and a surface. These planes are not critical, so I'm going to hide them, and also I'm going to hide these two. Okay. So in the wireframe tab, there is a projection here. Project. And notice that there are two options along with some other stuff, but right now there's a normal projection or along a direction. For example, if I say along a normal direction, what it does is every point on this curve, from every point on this curve, a normal to the curve is dropped, and these points are all connected together, and that gives you the projected curve. So let's try it. The projected curve is this. The support is right here. And if I say preview and don't worry about these things, there we are. So notice that this is what we get. In fact, let me go and change the color of that. Properties. From black, I'm going to change it to, say, green. Okay, so this is the projected curve onto that surface in the normal direction. Let me do another one. So another projection. This time I'm going to do along a direction. So again, of the same curve on that same support, but in the direction, for example, Z. Now notice that I can select any direction, any line, that will be the direction, but here, because it's already available, the XYZ directions, I'm going to use them. So we say okay. Okay, let me change the color here, and we're going to make this thing purple. There we are. So notice that they're both projections, one of them in the normal direction and the other one in the uh, uh, direction Z. Incidentally, if I can project it along the, uh, say, Y direction, I'm just going to get a straight line. Let's try it. So projection of the same curve of that same support in the direction Y. Let's see what we get. We get that. So essentially, this is what we're going to get. If you take every point here projected in the direction Y, you get something like this. Now, when I go to one of these, let's say I go to this first one that I did. Notice that there is a box here. There is a box here which says extrapolate to the support. Notice that it says none. Now, if I say, for example, tangency, let me see what it does. Tangency. Okay, so what happened is that that green curve at these were the ends of it. Now it draws a line tangent to that curve until it hits the support. Okay, uh, let's try another one. This one, for example, I say curvature. See how it's going to look like, and you say okay, and there we are. Okay, so you can see this is more representative of that curve. You can see that. So here it extrapolates to the boundary of that support, but the second derivative is continuous. Here, the first derivative is continuous. You can see that. Now, one other thing, and notice that, for example, if you go to any one of these, double click on it, there's also something about smoothing. It says none. And you can do a bit of smoothing, and I can do that, so you're not going to see any difference. You're not going to see much difference, but and to really know what's going on, you have to have proper access to the beyond just soft talk on that smooth it out. So to the help and documentation of 3D experience, okay, and the help is very skimpy on it, and it doesn't tell you much. All it says, okay, it's smooth as. Now, there's something else that I want to do. There is a, if you go to any one of these, there is this nearest solution that I want to talk about. Okay. Okay. For the next thing that I'm going to be discussing, I will change the support of the projection. So let me first make a surface which is a bit weird, at least the way it looks initially. So on that vertical plane, I will sketch. Let me draw something like this. Line. Okay, so it's kind of a corrugated surface. Exit, and I'm going to extrude it on the surface. I'm going to extrude it. So let me make this thing 100. So there's my surface. Why don't we hide the sketch also? Okay, good. There's the surface. Now for the thing that I want to project on that horizontal plane, I will draw maybe an ellipse like that. Try it again. Oh, actually, I'll do an elongated hole. Oh, good. Exit. So there is my my curve to be projected, and there's the surface. So let's go to the wireframe, and here's the projection icon. And we're gonna talk about normal projection. So the projected is that curve, and the surface, the support is that surface. Now notice there is a checkbox here which says find the nearest solution. If I say preview, it'll just give me the projection which is nearest to the curve, because there's several different curves that can be projection. They can be done. If I uncheck that, it'll give me all the curves that are potentially projections of that. Now, when I say OK, this dialog box opens up and it says there are several solutions to the problem that you're trying to do. Which one do you want to do? For example, if I say keep only one sub-element using a far, a near, or far, if I choose this, I say OK, it says, all right, do you want it nearest to this or do you want the farthest? If I say near, then if I say near, it says, okay, near to what? For example, if I select that panel or that part of the surface, it just keeps that one. If I say, give me the one, so this is my reference, basically, reference element that I've chosen. If I say, give me the one that's farthest, it's going to give me that one. Okay, let me cancel that. We go back to it. Double click on this. Okay, say okay. So this is the case where keep only one element. If I say keep all, of course, everything is going to be keep all sub elements is going to keep them all. Okay, but let's see what this thing means. Keep sub element using extract. So if I select this and I say okay, it's going to say, oh, all right, which one of these do you want to keep? For example, if I say select this curve down here, it will only select this and it extracts that curve. Okay, say okay, right there. See that? Extract that curve. Let me double click on this. Okay. So let me actually cancel that. Let me delete it. Try it again. Try it again. So projection of this on that with this thing unchecked, and I say okay, it says there are multiple solutions. If I say keep sub element using extract, I select and I say okay, I'll have to select the one that I want to keep and it's going to be extracted there. If I say keep all, let me try one more time. Keep sub element using extract, say okay. Let's say I take this curve. It only keeps that. See this? Let me undo. Back. Try it again. Another projection. This on that support. Uncheck this. Preview. Say okay. If I say keep all sub elements using extract, if I select this, it's going to extract these and keep them all. There we are. Okay, so notice that it kept the this is the top one, this is the next one, and next one, and next one. Okay. All right, that kinds of wraps up this projection. There is really not much you can do here, or I can do here. I told you already that I told you already that the information about this smoothing is very skimpy, and you really need to have the theoretical manual in order to see what is going on. I mean, the help says it smoothes out, but what? Smoothes out what? And how? All right, good luck.